So that is Mankranso. Please, let me just very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also receiving the final internally collated provisional results for the Techiman South constituency in Bunu East. And contrary to the earlier indication we had, it is very clear that the NDC has also won the Techiman South. So overall for Bunu East, we won 11/11. 11/11. That is the indication we have for Bunu East. So the earlier communication from the regional secretariat has been amended. I told you that there were some contentious issues over there, but they've been rectified, and we have our pink sheets, and from our pink sheets we have won. And so it is now left for the Electoral Commission to do the needful. Thank you. So the challenges we are having has to do with number one, Mankranso. The same thing has also happened at Tepa, where from our internally collated results, we won the election. We went to the Constituency Coalition Center for the coalition. All pink sheets were present, were there at the center. Yet the EC official was pussyfooting, dragging her feet, refusing to commence the coalition. Our people, led by the parliamentary candidate for the NDC, pressed on her to commence the coalition. She still refused without giving any reason, because she had the full complement of all pink sheets. And we didn't understand why she had to delay the coalition process. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our agents decided to go behind the coalition center to go and urinate. And when he went, he saw that a pink sheet, which is the main EC copy, had been torn into pieces, folded, and thrown into the bush. So he took it and saw that, no, this is the EC's copy for a particular polling station. Why has it been destroyed and thrown into the bush? So he brought it in, and it led to some, exchanges, verbal exchanges between our people and them, because clearly this was an EC official who wanted to create the grounds for the delay in the coalition by destroying a pink sheet from a polling station. So we protested, and our people decided that once they have done that, we are not going to allow any EC official to come to the coalition center with any new pink sheets, because that is their game plan. They have a lot of ballot papers, and by the way, this is the only election in the history of Ghana since '92 that we have seen printed ballot papers and pink sheets flying all over. We've never seen this in the history of Ghana. So they have it in ballot boxes with seals from the Electoral Commission, ready for ballot box swapping, pink sheet swapping, and so on. But thanks to the vigilance of our polling station agents, observers, and supporters, we have been able to block this evil plot of the NPP. And so, because our supporters decided to prevent EC officials from going to the coalition center with new pink sheets, which obviously were concocted and fabricated, they called in soldiers. Soldiers got there and started shooting indiscriminately. Thankfully for them, nobody got injured, nobody got murdered, but they scattered the place and destroyed all the ballot papers and all the electoral materials. So that is a challenge we are having there. And we are having a similar challenge with coalition in Obuasi East as well. The NPP is refusing to allow the coalition, to take place. So that is what is happening in Ashanti region. In Wenchi, I don't know the situation now, but before I came to address you, the brief we had was that everything is ready. The results, all the pink sheets are ready. The EC official responsible for the coalition is dragging her feet, refusing to do the coalition. And that is escalating tensions in the area. If you go to, even here in Greater Accra, I spoke about Ayawaso Central, which has now been declared, we thank God. But Okaikwe Central and Tema Central, there are serious security issues because of these deliberate, this deliberate delay of coalition in certain critical constituencies. That the NPP believes the NDC has won. And in most of the constituencies, the NPP agents are nowhere to be found. For example, in some of the Bono constituencies we have won, they are nowhere to be found to sign the results as collated. And EC officials are saying we are waiting for them. We want to tell the Electoral Commission that if the NPP will not come and sign, declare the results. It is not by force that polling agents sign. If they are not there to sign, at the end of collation, declare the results. And spare the nation the tension you have plunged us into. And Alhaji Bawumia, for God's sake, you are an Alhaji. You call yourself Dr. Digital. So I'm sure that by now, through your many digital applications, you have collated your results. You know you have lost. Please, call your senior brother, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, concede defeat and congratulate him. And save this nation the unnecessary tension that you and your goons have plunged us into. Enough of the killings. Enough of the violence. Ours is a democracy governed by the rule of law. The will of the people expressed at the polls is supreme and must stand. Be a Democrat and respect the will of the people. Leading figures of your party have already considered defeat. Richard Anyagba has considered defeat. Even the defectees from the NDC who came to support your cause have considered defeat, like Alote Jacobs. All of them. What are you waiting for? Ghana is the only country we have. So please, do the needful. Concede defeat and call your supporters to order. And IGP Dampare will continue to commend you and the Election Security Task Force for the yeoman's job you have done. But your job is not done because we are nowhere near the conclusion of the electoral process. Your work is being undermined by certain elements in the New Patriotic Party and their collaborators in the military. What we are seeing at constituency collation centers is not what the IGP promised us, and it is not what the CDS promised us. And we know that they are not a party to what is happening. But only they can stop the nonsense going on. And they have to put their foot down. They have a choice to make. You choose between the NPP and the Constitution of Ghana. Choose between the outgoing government and the supreme sovereign people of Ghana. Your fidelity is to the Constitution of Ghana and not the NPP. They have lost. Nothing can save them. They can't kill all the people in Ghana. There is no way you can overturn this result through violence. There is no way. So, if they will not do the needful by conceding defeat, we want you to put your foot down and stop the nefarious activities of these NPP thugs who have been clothed in military uniforms. And in some cases, real military men who have been given directives to go to constituency collation centers, scatter the place, shoot at people and all that. Human lives matter. Nobody is supposed to lose their life because of an election. We are appalled and disgusted by what is going on. The NDC has lost elections before, even when we were in power in 2016. We handed over power peacefully. Nobody died. Nobody was murdered. Even under Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, who was a soldier in 2000 when we lost power, not a single Ghanaian lost his life. In 2008, under J. Ekufuor, an NPP president, the NPP lost power. There was a peaceful transition of power. Nobody died. In 2016, nobody died under John Mahama. Why is it that only you, in 2020, you killed 8 people? That blood is not enough for you. And you are still killing people. As we speak, you've killed over 4 people in this election. How many more do you want to kill? How many innocent civilians do you want to injure and hurt? You have lost. It's as simple as that. Your Sisifia campaign, attention. It's as simple as that. And it is time to pack your things and leave the Jubilee House. Yes. And we want to tell the Electoral Commission, Madam G. Mensah, the peace and stability of Ghana now depends on you. You are the returning officer for the ongoing presidential election. Your officers are deliberately delaying the coalition process in some constituencies and in some regions. Please, madam, do the needful. Direct them to fast-track the process. Where they have the full complement of pink sheets, there is no legitimate reason why they should delay the process. There is no legitimate reasons. In some regions, like Greater Accra, I mean, the declared results are not even more than 5. Meanwhile, the results are ready. What are you waiting for? And the situation is not any different in most of the regions. And so please, we call on the media, the Peace Council, the chiefs, the pastors, to call the EC to order. This is the time for them to intervene. The NDC has remained law-abiding and peaceful. We've acted responsibly against serious provocation from the NPP. Our people have been murdered, beaten to pulp, attacked, yet we have exercised restraint. But we will not sit aloof for EC officials to deliberately delay the electoral process in cahoots with the NPP for the sole purpose of giving room to thugs of the NPP to manipulate the results, at least at the parliamentary level. We will not allow that. So they must fast-track the process. In constituencies where there are no disputes over polling stations, they must fast-track the process. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much for your attention. And let me quickly do a brief, and I'll be very brief. Let me do a brief summary in 3 of the presentation I just did. Abusuanfo, your friend Moha and your bonnet. Abatwa and Ragana Fujina Yakotua Bano. Emraso said NDC as a serious political party, agents. Over 40,000.
And that there is Sammy Gyamfi addressing a news conference there for the NDC. And then we're expecting another news conference.